Hey, welcome guys. My little head is not showing there. I'll just see if I can fix that up. What is happening there? Turn it back on again. There we are. All right, welcome, and apologies about my voice. I've pretty much lost my voice over the last few days. So Mike's saying, oh, my favourite two things, ChatTactic and saving money. Well, we've got a giveaway today as well, so maybe even saving even more money. Hi Chris, how you going? Yeah, so I will be struggling a little bit with my voice today, unfortunately. And so we're drinking an awful lot. And I didn't actually fill up my water before I started. I did get myself a cup of tea. I never drink tea, but I do when I'm got a sore throat. So because my throat isn't actually sore, it's just can't talk. So anyway, I hope it's going to be clear enough when I'm actually talking. Okay, so we've got the spring sale is what this one's going to be about. But I will go through what the giveaway actually is, and then we'll do the giveaway at the back end. So the giveaway we have, which is a great giveaway actually, is Terminator. Oops, hang on. Just did the search there. Did I screw anything up? No, that's okay. Terminator Dark Fate Defiance in through here. And so, yeah, we've got this one to give away. Now, it's 30% off at the moment. And so this ends in a couple of days' time, like because of the spring sale. So it's a 30% off, but Slytherin have been kind enough to actually give me a key to give away, which is fantastic. This is a really interesting game, actually, the way it does play out. So it's it's a game that is not usually the sort of game that I play. For the simple reason that most of the game is actually campaign driven, not randomly generated. You've still got a lot of choice with it. And it's important that you don't lose too many units, particularly when you play the base game. So the base game is mainly to do with playing it from the human side against Skynet. But there is also a DLC. The DLC is not on the giveaway. Excuse me, we've got the We Are Legion DLC in through here. This is not part of the giveaway, but but you can also get this to play as the Legion. And I've been playing that a lot actually over the last few weeks. In fact, it doesn't tell me there. I'll just open up my normal Steam. See if I can do that. I'll just press F11 and come back down. I hope my voice isn't going to be too off-putting actually. It's so I'm just going to my own Steam page, and the reason I don't use this one is because I can't blow it up, whereas I can blow the other one up to like 140%. So, oh, excuse me, sneezing. You see there the reviews in through here, again, very positive, 83%, 81%, so solid reviews for this sort of game. And what does it show? How long I've been playing it? It normally says how long you've been, how much you've played it in the last few weeks. I would have played it about 15 hours, I reckon, which for me is a lot for these sort of games. So I've been playing it on Slytherin, but I've been thoroughly enjoying it, and it's quite an involved game. I might even show it up actually. I might kick it up. Hi Tenru, how you going? And Mike. So I was looking for a change of pace, and so far I've bought Cyberpunk 2077 on Steam. Okay. Yeah, we'll have a look and see I haven't even looked at the sale, to be honest. I've looked at certain things, but we'll have a look. There's some other big news that we've got as well today, so which we'll get to hopefully. But I'll show you what Terminators is, and just so that you know what the giveaway actually is. And of course, if you want to grab the game, then it's 30% off at the moment. So if it's in my, where have I got it? There it is. I'll just grab a drink of water while it loads up. Just click on play, and then we go. saying sales are always dangerous, always end up buying something. I guess that's by Steam's design. Yeah, look, it is one of those opportunities. I know that like most of my games, I now get through developers, so I don't have the same thing. But I do remember always agonising over which one I was going to spend the money on. I still remember that quite vividly. Or I'd have a game in mind and think, oh God, I wish it was on special, but then it wouldn't be on special. And the game that really springs to mind to me is the original Distant Worlds. When Distant Worlds 1 came out, I wanted it so badly for so long, and I just couldn't justify the price. It was extremely expensive, but it was very niche at that time. But then it became more mainstream, I guess. It will take a little bit of time just to load this in, but the graphics are great in this. The voice acting is great in this. If my audio is sort of off at all, just let me know and I'll try to boost things. I know it's going to be sort of like a bit of a funny sound coming through, very, very croaky, like a frog. I should do an Age of Wonders frog playthrough. How is this loading in? I'll show what the game has got because, as I said before, this is a game that I was really impressed with. I won't start here because this is not what the giveaway is. So let me just go back to the We Are Legion, sorry, the Terminator game. Just go back to the base game. If you get We Are Legion, you're really just buying the campaign, but it is a good campaign. I'm only part way through it. As you can see, the graphics look pretty good. Just move across and get the full screen. There we are. There we are. Right. So what we have in through here, we've got this is the base game. This is the one that we've got to give away. There's lots of stuff in this game. So if we go into you've got campaigns. Again, you've got the actual campaign. You can sort of switch between this one through here. This is like a story that does take you through, and these are quite difficult missions, but they are fun. And I actually prefer. It's funny. I don't think I've ever said this about a game. I prefer this than the other sorts of skirmish type maps that you play. I find that this one you have to really progress your way through with your units, whereas the base game doesn't really sort of show that. There's different things sort of running through at the different times. If we go to new game, if we go back, we also have a skirmish mode. This has got 3 different ways of playing. So you've got domination, which is to take over areas of the map, and you've got 2-player, 4-player, etc., back and through here. So you've got different ways of actually playing the game, which is interesting. You've got assault. What assault is that you actually have. This one is a 2 versus 1, and so you've got essentially you've got like a base that you have to try to control while things assault you, and just sort of see if you can actually try to hold on. So you've got a few of those, and then you've got capture and hold, where you're trying to sort of capture. This is a very, very small map, as an example. In fact, I might even show this one. I'll just do this one. This is like a 15-minute duration. I won't play it out, but you'll get the idea. So if I go and create the game, in this one I can play as different groups, and there's basically 3 playable groups in the game. There's only 2 in this one. There's another one as well. There's Founders and Legion. Founders are the humans. Legion are the robots, of course. And if I just go back out again, some of the others allow you to do more. If I just go and create this game, yeah, they've got movement as well. Movement is another human faction. So if we have a look at Founders, Legion, and Movement. So Movement has got these are sort of more like hybrid. These are more like rebels with what they've got, whereas the Founders is more like ex-military. So where are we? So you can see they've got like Abram tanks and things like this. So they've got different sorts of more military type equipment. whereas whereas Legion is all about the robots, and there's quite a bit that you can do with that as well. But I won't play that as such. I'll just go back. I will just go to that little small one, capture and hold, and it will play as the say Legion versus the Founders, just so you can sort of see the actual the Terminator units. The Terminator units are quite interesting. Mission duration 15. Actually, it might even show, rather than showing it this way. Yeah, I will show it this way just for a little bit. So I'll start the game. Now it's not a random game because you're playing on their maps. It is just a skirmish map. So you've got to then figure out what forces you're going to bring in. And different forces are good at different things. So you sort of got to try to find a balance. But as I said before, the graphics look great. I wish you could zoom in a bit more than what you can actually in the game. So you can see through here we've got 3,000 command points. Now normally what I'd be able to do is bring in tanks, combat vehicles, armoured transport, supply vehicles. This is the limit of have light vehicles, infantry and crews. There's a lot I can bring in, but I only have 3,000 points. This tank is going to cost me 5,000 points. Now we have other things that can happen with the tanks as well. Like this one is actually this one's got a bit of a bug in it, but there is a smoke grenade launcher on this particular tank because of that thing there. So that's actually just something where the text isn't there. I'm not sure why not. So that's the tanks. Then you've got these are your heavies. Like if you just go combat vehicles, so you can see through here. This one's worth 1,000. This one's worth 2,000. So depending on the weaponry that we bring in, it's going to have like different types of weaponry, which does different types of things as well. So even just the Terminators have got like a lot of different scope. If we go further down into for example, the Terminators themselves, we've got mainly two different types. We've got this one here is a Rev 6, which is using plasma heavy machine guns, which are very, very powerful. That's 3,400. I can get these Rev 6s. These are the ultimate of the Terminator units. And these ones are using chain guns. So it's the guns that are causing the difference between these two. In the actual game, you can change the loadout into here yourself. We can't do that in these little skirmish maps. But in the campaign, you can actually build them up in different ways with different modules to make them more powerful. So, but we can grab one of those as an example. So if I just go and drag that one in, that's now the first of the infantry and crews in there. I've got 800 points left. At this point, what I'd probably end up doing is going and grabbing, I've got a wolf pack in here, which is using a plasma assault rifle. I've got another one here, which is just using an assault rifle. I grab that one. I'm going to grab two of those. So I've got two of those. I've got 400 points left over. I might just leave the 400 points. So initially, that's what I go in with. So I just confirm this. Now, there's other ones down here as well. Excuse me. These are the homunoculi. These are the original Terminators. These are slow, but they're still good. So anyway, let's just confirm. And so we now would start the game. And I'll just pause. So what we have to do is we have to get across and take this zone. So if I possibly will have to rush this with these wolf packs. So let's rush them forward. And then I'll bring these guys in. These will be nice and strong. I'll just walk them in there. But we can possibly sort of take them off the road. That one didn't go. And from the other side, the enemy will be doing the same sort of thing. Now, we get another 3,000 in just a short period of time. You can see there that these guys go pretty fast. Now the humans have already got there. There they go. They've got a couple of vehicles already in there. they're moving into a position where they can protect the zone. Now I need to I'm not sure where I can actually move with these. These aren't going to be, see, these wolf packs aren't going to be able to damage these at all. So we're in trouble with them. So I'm going to move them off until we find a target that would be viable. But these maybe can do it with their chain guns. They're taking damage. So they've now got forces that have now come out. This is a transport, and they've got an infantry squad, which has now sort of hit the dirt. These have also got different weaponry as well, with the way that they come in. This one over through here is just a Humvee, and so they went with something that was much better for this assault. They've got protection. That one I can take out with these to a degree. The wolf packs can lie down, but I think I'll still just stay off the road. Need to get rid of these. Okay, I'm going to put these on the ground so that they can sort of sit down. Same there. These don't heal up, but these do eventually if they're left alone. Now we're doing damage. We're not doing any damage to it. The Terminators are very, very strong. Engine damaged. We got that one. Now we need to take this one out as well. So the chain guns are getting through it, but they're not great. These guys are both on the ground, waiting for these guys to come across. I'll let them attack them. And we've just got the next lot of money has now just come through. So now we go back to our reserves and bring in more troops. So you can see there that if we maybe use hunter platforms, that might be ideal. So they used like essentially a carrier platform to come back into the actual operation. We have spider units as well, which may be a good option for us. This one's also got a rotary cannon. This one's got a again the text is gone. It's interesting. It normally is there. They're going to be bringing more vehicles in, so I think what I'll do is I'll bring in a hunter platform with something a bit more powerful. Let's bring this one in. 1,400 left. I would like to save up for this. There. Maybe a second one of those. So we confirm that, and then we'll then get these back over here. These are more long range. Just use them to do what we can. Our Terminators are taking damage. These are crawling through the dirt to take on these guys. Got it. Okay, then we've got these guys. Now we do actually have bullets. You can see we're going through the bullets a little bit with this as well. But it's actually a really, really good, it's a really good, what am I trying to say? A real-time game, but pausable. So you can sort of do whatever you want to do. And so this is just a skirmish mode, but I won't keep on playing it. But it's really, really well done. So generally saying, are you sick? Yeah, I am actually. I've got Got the flu. I've had the flu for the last 4 days. I feel much better today, though. It's sort of funny. I've still got aches and pains, but anyway, it's just get rid of that one and go back to little insert. And there we are. Right. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, I've got the flu and I've lost my voice, so I feel fine. I just just basically can't talk properly, and that'll probably be with me now for a couple of weeks, I would guess. If last year was anything to go by, it was annoying. Okay, so what did we get up to in the chat? Hi, Viren Games. Feel better soon. Yeah, I feel fine. Like I feel okay. I mean, it's I haven't been at work for the last couple of days. I've been sort of I've been really aches and pains, but that seems to have gone today, which is good. Which is I'm thankful for. So anyway, that's the giveaway for today. Will be Terminator Dark Fate Defiance at the end of the session. So we'll sort of do a Marvel run at the back end. Now, what do we get to? Hi Diamond, how you going? And Pig Mac is saying, must be the only one in the world older than 50 that didn't like the Terminator movies. The original ones I really quite liked a lot. Lewis is then saying, hey dads, hope you're better. Yeah, I'm on the mend. So Jim Games is saying, auditioning for Batman. Yeah, I know. That's when I go to work, that's what they say. It sounds like Batman. Which is sort of funny. I don't mind it. Like, it's funny because I don't mind the throat, but when I'm working around people, but I don't like coughing because it makes it seems like you're sort of spreading germs, even though like it will well and truly have the flu would have cleared my system days ago, but it's just the overall thought of someone coughing next to you is not good, not pleasant. Drexy's saying, why buy Distant Worlds 1? Was there a comment about Distant Worlds 1? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the first Distant Worlds was £40 here in the UK. Yes, it was Chris. Yeah, originally for me it was like nearly $100 in Australia, and it was that was one of the most expensive single games you could get at the time, but it was worth it. And but it took me a long time to convince myself to go and get it at the time. Yeah, so Drexy, the reason we're saying why buy Distant Worlds 1 was because that was an example I gave as a game that I really had to convince myself that I needed to get. And it took me a long time to convince myself. So Chris is saying, so this is an RTS. It is, but it's portable. Now, having said all that, the like with what we played there was a skirmish mode, which tends to be a little bit more all over the place. So it's a little bit, it's not the sort of game I don't usually, the skirmish games I don't love in Terminator, but the campaign games are really, really good because they progress you through a story, which is actually a good story, very, very well acted. Like the voice acting is great in this game. The units are interesting, and then it's sort of just and the actual maps that you then play on for the story stuff is really quite engaging. So the campaigns I've been really taken by, and I don't normally like campaigns. So for me, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But we do have that as a giveaway for today. Hi Michael, how you going? You started a black metal band. I hope it's clear enough. I'm trying to talk louder. I probably shouldn't. I probably should just try to talk softly because I don't think it's going to make all that much difference. That way my voice will be able to sort of stay at least around for a while. Okay, so Charles is saying, any thoughts on Regiments or Flashpoint campaign Southern Storm? I don't know. I haven't played Flashpoint. I think I've got it, but I never really played it. And same with Regiments, I never got, I don't think. So I can't really comment on those. But what I thought I'd do before we go into other specific games, I just wanted to go through a few other little things before we get into the actual Steam sale. There's been a really big change in Distant Worlds over the last day. So Distant Worlds 2, I'll just quickly show this. And tomorrow, of course, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. It might be Worldly Wednesdays is what we call the live stream that I'm going to initially be doing for Distant Worlds. But I'm thinking if I call it Worldly Wednesdays, I can then make it for any Space 4X. And I'll probably end up doing that where I sort of start with Distant Worlds but then move into other games. So if we go into Distant Worlds in here, I'll just open her up. I'm trying to open up a game that shows the problem and shows the solution. Yeah, Chris is saying, I found the Age of Wonders 3 campaign to be compelling. A lot of people said that. I just never got to it because I found the random maps to be beautifully done, like in those games. Of course, Age of Wonders 4 now is for me is a better one. This is 1.2.9.7, back and through here. And if I go and load a game, which one should we play? Which one was it? This one here, I think. Might be this one here. Yeah, I'll just go and load it in. Oh, I think it's Wecarus. This is some of the Wecarus screens now loading in. I think I may be wrong. Actually, no, that's Boscara. That's the Boscara one. Okay, so this isn't going to really help us, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, problem is we have a faction in here. As you can sort of see, the issue is that we've got this is our group in through this other side. We have another group over here, which is almost the same colour. So we don't know which fleet is what. If their fleets end up coming through our territory, we're not going to know. So that's a big problem. And I think this one was even more than that. But what they've now done is we can now change things. I think that these are all okay. Even these, you might think, oh, look, that's very similar colours, like in through here. What you now do is, and let's just watch this, we'll watch it in here. So that is the test bed. You go across to game menu, you go to game editor, you go to, you don't exit the editor, you go to game editor. Unfortunately, it does show cheats, so you zoom in or something like that, but select Empire to edit, and in this case, I'll choose the Duran Technocracy. I can now change the colour and change it to something different, and it will show me in real time what it's going to be doing. So I can now see all its fleets. See, there's a fleet there that actually changed. I think it was theirs. Was that theirs? No, there was something different. Their flag stays the same, but the actual colour now changes. So I can now change the colours and be done with it. So there we go. So that now will allow us to be able to show what we want to show. So Michael's saying, Daz, you by chance have a brother that's from Brisbane. Just got a new colleague at work that looks a lot like you. We're all related. Everyone in Brisbane and in the surrounds are all related. It's a very, very small country. No, I'm joking. I don't have any brother, so no, I'm not related to. I don't know who that it would be. But it's just funny. I think it'd be funny if everyone was related. I mean, that's a joke we have about New Zealand and Tasmania and things like that. Anyway, I won't pause that. So that then at least allows us to now see things clearly. So that's a big change. I thought I'd just show that one before we do anything. I'll be playing that one again as well. So there's a new screen wallpaper for Distant Worlds 2. Yeah, I think it's to do with the Boscara. Let's just exit back out to desktop. All right, let's get... the other thing I have been playing this week has been... I've been playing a lot of... Gal Civ. And which is also at the moment 50% off. They've got other things that are even more off than that as well. But but I have been playing this a bit this week as well. So just the Gal Civ with the various additions into that one through there. It's funny. It's sort of like I think it should rate higher than what it does, but Distant Worlds I feel the same as well. It's sort of weird. Actually, is Distant Worlds Cities has it got a special for Distant Worlds? I'm seeing if I just go and just open a few of these up. Yeah, 50% off. So okay, so Distant Worlds Distant Worlds 2 is 50% off at the moment. Again, this is a good special for Distant Worlds. It's been as high as 60%. Gal Civ as well, 50%. So these are two games, two Space 4Xs that you may want to look at. We'll have a look at some of the others, I guess. Michael's saying, forgot his name. I just started yesterday. Oh, congratulations. So, well, it's congratulations on the new job. So you're just saying, hi, Daz. Hope you're better soon. In the meantime, Daz Batman, yeah. That's what I'm going to get all day at work today as well. Big Mac saying every damn Paradox game have $100,000 worth of DLC by now. Well, actually, what's Age of Wonders doing? Let's have a look at just a look at a few of the. I would guess that Age of Wonders would actually be on special. I would think, just because they've got the new one coming out in a few weeks' time. What? This is mixed. What's going on? It went from 81 to 68. That doesn't make sense. Wonder why. 35% off, so not great. Not a great special there. Okay, well, let's just go to the... so each of the developers have got their own little area, like the Paradox Spring Sale, 90% off, etc., etc. But I think we'll just go straight back to the actual Spring Sale. So if I ditch all these... Oh, another thing I did want to mention as well, and I don't know if it's on special or not, if I go to Solium Infernum. Yeah, it's 50% off as well at the moment. Now, this is one of these games that I would recommend, but with a big proviso, and that is that the developer, like soon after launch, actually basically the developer stopped really trading properly, and they've come back though, and they've just put out another patch. But what I'm scared about is that the patch is just a little one-off, and it's not a little one, but it's a great game. So I do recommend it. At 50%, I do recommend it, but I'm not sure how much there will be. Now it's the actually even that one there, Belphegor, is actually 50% off as well. This is just another demon that you can play as. This is, and they've done a great job of this game when it first came out. So League of Geeks is the developer, and I think if we have a look at the community hub, I just wanted to just show this one because I thought it was on special, and it was a game that I wouldn't have recommended, but now that I can see that the developer is back to doing development, it's actually pretty cool. But it's been a long time. Patches. Yeah, this is the problem. The student in hibernation. I don't consider patches coming likely. I don't know what hibernation means. Like, I don't know if it... I think it means that they're still around, and it looks like they're still doing things. So in this one, they hotfixed the current patch. They did do that. They did do it. Now that was... Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I can show you this actually here. If I go into, if I do a search for Solium Infernum and open it up, this is where it's like the reviews are good. You know, like for the game, it's a very good game. Not very many people play it, but it's a very good game. And if we have a look at the patches, you can see there launch, basically, and then nothing until now. Basically, I don't know what that is up there. But it's technically saying that's one there, but as well. But we're looking at this really. So this is from 2024. There was 15 patches. 2025, we've had a big sort of area in between where nothing actually happened at all. So yeah, that's. I just hope that they're back. I hope that they're back sort of doing fairly active development on the game. But that would be the one sort of scary thing, I guess, about that one there. Let's leave that one there and I'll go back. Go back to Steam. Now, can we go to the Steam sale? I always forget the best way to go to the Steam sale. You might just Google it. It's not going to. I need to get like a list of strategy games. There we are. Did that do anything? Nope, come on, give me the full list. I might have changed this stuff. Top sellers. Here we go. Wow, strategy is the top level genre. Okay, so if we sort by strategy, filter as strategy, I'll leave it on everything at this stage, and we'll just have a look through the popular discounted. Yeah, let's look at that one there. Okay, so we'll just start to work our way through this list, I guess. Okay, so we've got Michael's saying, oh, sorry, I meant he started yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations to him as well. Okay, so Big Mac saying they're getting review bombed due to changes in Hearts of Iron 4. Yeah, I haven't really been looking at those games. I don't tend to play them much because of the DLC, to be honest. Maybe there's no ban of Solaris as they keep changing the effing game. Anyway, let's continue. Let's go through. I won't look at anything under 50%, I don't think. Maybe 30% at times, but only if it's really sort of special. Crusader Kings 3, 70% off. That's pretty good. That's actually not bad. Anno 1800. This one's very positive. How do I see the very positive? I know that people really rate this one very, very highly. At 90% off, that's got to be one of the best ones in there. Maybe we'll just right-click on the good ones. Let's go and get those like this. So we'll get Anno. Crusader Kings, I think, at 70% off is worth a look. City Skyline, a bit old. Hearts of Iron 4, 70% off. A bit old though now. Total War Warhammer, 60% off. That's not bad. That's not bad. Stellaris, 75% off. I mean, there's lots of stuff with Stellaris. I'll throw that in there. Come back and have a look at some of these. Whoa. Grab that one. Grab that one. Rimworld, only 20% off is not great. So let's just go and do show more. Squad was interesting. It's very positive. I didn't play much of it, but it looked really good. I won't bring it out because I don't know anything about it. Don't know this one as well. Call to Arms, Gates of Hell. I've been told this is a good game. Civ 6. I won't bring it in because Civ 7 is out now. Black Desert. This is another one that I think people enjoyed, but I can't remember much about it. Warhammer, Rogue Trader, 45% off is not really great. Show us more. Planet Zoo, 65% off. I haven't played that. I don't know much about that one. European Universalist 4. This is quite old now. Doesn't even have a date. It's that old. But 90% off, that's actually pretty good. I'll throw that in there. Man of Lords, 30% is not enough. Armour 3, that's old now, so I won't bring it in. Tabletop Simulator. This is old, but I really do quite like this. I like what you can do with it. You can actually build all sorts of things in it yourself. Like, it's actually pretty easy to build stuff. Let's go show more. a few more of these. No idea what that is. There's Total War Warhammer again. That's it looks like you can get the full contingent of those. Crusader Kings 3 Roads to Power, only 20%, not really worth it. Some of these are a bit too old now. Age of Wonders we had to look at before. 35% is not really good enough. I thought they'd have more than that with the new DLC coming out very, very soon. Three Kingdoms was actually rated pretty highly when it came out. War Tales, 50% off. I haven't played that really. I've got it, but I haven't played it. It's only mixed. Victoria. For Honor, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that one. Warno. Now, Warno is one that I haven't played, but people do recommend. I haven't actually played that one. 10%. I would, if I could, like, overwhelmingly positive, but 10% off's not enough. So not for a special. 75% off there again as well. I'll just grab all of those. Keep them going. See what else we can find. It's a bit too old now, but there's good modding, I think, with that one. 25% off Sins of a Solar Empire. This one's only just come out very, very recently, so that's not bad. Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, yeah. Stellaris the Machine Age, yeah, these are just DLCs. It's a bit too old now, but not bad if you like those sort of city builder games, I guess. Against the Storm, 50% off. This is worth having a look at as well. I've got a fair few here that we're now picking up. Darkest Dungeon, well, there's a second one of those now. Do one more screen. It's original Frostpunk. There's a new one, so it wouldn't go that way. Wow, Old World. For 75% off. That very possibly will be the pick, I think, of the whole lot. Fortress only 20% off, but if you've been waiting for it, maybe worth getting. Myth of Empires. I'll do one more screen. One more. Now this one here is rated very, very high. I've got it, but I haven't played much of it. It's something that people have said that I would enjoy, but I just haven't got to it. It's 50% off. Kenshi, 60% off. It's probably getting a bit old now. 50% off for Diplomacy is not an option. That's a pretty good game. Oh, that reminds me, there's another game I do want to show today. So I will actually show you that because I've been recording it, but I started getting sick, so I couldn't finish off the recording. But I will try to finish it off over the next days. Mostly negative. What happened there? I'm going to have to bring this one in just to see what it was. We'll have to have a look at this one and just figure out what on earth went wrong with that. If it was the Chaos Dwarves, yeah, I won't worry about those as such. All right, let's have a look at this. Let's start here. Just see what on earth went wrong with this one here. Very negative, mostly negative. What? 31%. What on earth happened? 3%. 3%. One person out of 28 people in the last 30 days gave a positive review. Well, we have to read it now, don't we? We have to read it. This is our drama for strategy gamers. All right, what have we got? What have we got? Where are the reviews? Recent reviews, very negative. All right, so well, it's got mostly negative. If I click on that one, is it going to show us? No. It's still mostly negative. Okay, makes the game worse. Badly designed plague system that should have added. What? From the name of it, I assumed that they were bringing in vampires. I thought, oh, cool. That sounds really good. What on earth went wrong? So I thought Legends of the Dead was actually a vampire addition to the game, but it's not. It's a plague. It's a plague edition, which of course everyone really, really wants. Who doesn't want to have plague in your games? Downgraded from CK2 plague system overall. This development instead of prosperity was a bad design decision. Pay to lose. These are genuine reviews. These are actually genuine. Came with the free update besides the Black Death. Unless you want the Black Death in your game, I unfortunately do not recommend. Only bad DLC, the legend spam your notifications and drain your treasury. Wow, it really is a bad DLC. I thought there must have been something political around it. Or yeah, Legends are terrible. After spending 10,000 gold, the thing is, it just disappears on succession. What's going on? Everything is also terribly explained. Played the DLC, yeah. Bought Legends are Dead because it's official expansion, and honestly, I regret the decision. God, worst DLC ever. Even on rare, the plague wipes out your family every 5 years. Legends are the only reason to buy this, but yeah. So that one recommended. Why no buy more of this? Whatever that means. Jeez, so that is actually they were genuine negative reviews. I don't think I've ever seen that. 3%. That is shockingly bad. That is shockingly bad. Jeez, it launched 50-50. Slightly more negative. And then it got more negative and more negative. So fanboys are in here. This is usually when if I like a game, I'd probably still be positive about it, to be honest, if I was fanboying it. So that's the fanboys in there for 2 days. 2 days, and then the real reviews came in. Jeez, one review, one positive. On the 7th of March, who was that? Someone left a positive review. But everyone else was negative. Gee, that's scathing. That is scathing. Yeah, the fact that it's not actually a bullshit reason as well makes it even worse. In my opinion, that makes it a lot worse. Anyway, let's get back to it. So we've got. I was saying, Daz, have you ever made a Let's Play of Total War Rome 2 Emperor Edition? If yes, is it any good? I would have played it years and years ago. And to be honest, I got a bit sick of the Total War games. I loved the first one. I absolutely loved it because there was like a rock, paper, scissors aspect to the actual units. And then you just got more and more powerful. But there were good mods for Rome Total War. So, but I don't remember much, other than it just being a bit of a boring game for me. I didn't really enjoy it. Mike's G is saying, I'd like to see Daz play Manor Lords. I do actually have it, and I keep on looking at it and thinking, I have looked at it, I've played it, but I haven't really got into it. And I don't know why not, to be honest. I think when I first got it, it was not polished all that much. And I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. But then, yeah, it is a game that I think I would like. I want to leave it, give it a bit more time, but I will get to that one eventually. Let's move that one out of the way. Like I was saying, I wouldn't mind watching a bit of War Tales while it's on sale. I've been thinking of grabbing it. I do have it, but I haven't actually played it. So, and the thing I think that threw me off a little bit was it looked a little bit too contrived in terms of your group, and that was the only reason. And I think I just bounced in, bounced out, which is I do that a lot with games, just because I get a lot of games, so I don't really have the reason to spend a lot of time with games, unfortunately. So yep. So George is then saying Kenshi is a must buy at 17. And Michael saying, yeah, almost got 400 hours in Kenshi. Great game. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to Kenshi. I don't think we brought that one in. Kenshi's a game, again, that I tried to play, but never really got into it. But that was very, very early on. It was pretty far up, wasn't it? Have I gone past it? It's Manor Lords. It'd be easy just for me to do a search for Kenshi. I'll just do that. Kenshi, there it is, 60% off. All right, we'll start here. Overwhelmingly positive. So this is 96% and 95%. So, yeah, it's like, and again, I only played the game when it really first came out and not for very long. Again, this is probably a game that, yeah, okay, 60% off looks pretty cool. So that doesn't look too bad at all. I thought there was a Kenshi too. Or am I wrong about that? It certainly looks interesting. Yeah, when I played it, there wasn't this sort of graphical treatment at all. It was pretty abstract. That was a long time ago. So, and I never went back to it. So I think I must still have it. I'll just double check. I probably don't have it installed, which means it'll be down the bottom here. Yeah, there it is. Actually, it's a big game now. I wonder when I played it last. Last played, yeah, in January of 2019. So pretty much around launch time when it first came out. I played for nearly 2 hours, which is actually a lot for me. For a game that I don't sort of then continue on with. Yeah, okay. Well, that's it looks like it's really improved a lot over time. It was impressive. The world was impressive back then. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, my 2 cents is saying it's from another county. If I don't know if it's good, sorry. Where is it there? Sorry, I'm missing the thread there. I'll just go back to where we got to. Yeah, Jordan's saying the plague system in Crusader Kings is balked. There we are. And so just saying, unfortunately, my most played game on Steam is buying games I never play. That's funny. My 2 cents. Hi guys, have you tried the Leviathan's Fantasy? This game, I know I haven't. Big Mac saying Kenshi might be the most confusing game I ever played. Not sure if I like it or hate it. Yeah, I sort of got to that point as well. I'm thinking I went into a kept on going into like a village and trying to figure out what to do, and I had no idea. So, but again, that would have just been a bit of time. Yep. So my 2 cents is saying Kenshi is fun for me. It gets complicated after you base up. It's rough. It can be hard even on easy. Hi Banksy, how you going? Dom UK saying I've seen Kenshi played. It's definitely impressive. An RPG basically. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's what it is. I don't know if it's got a random map or not. I'm not sure. I don't think it has. But I may be wrong about that. George is saying 800 hours in Kenshi for me. There we are. Tenor is saying Kenshi lacks linearity, in my opinion. It's too open in that I have a hard time deciding what to do when I start the game. I prefer it to be as open as possible, personally. Dominic K is saying there's something wrong with your mic, makes your voice sound hoarse and flu-ridden. Yes, it does. It's sort of. I think I'm getting over the flu part of it. I've now just got the voice. Is the problem. Yeah. So Michael's saying at least it's a good excuse for a hot toddy with rum. Yeah. And I've been drinking tea, but I've still got some tea. Yeah. There we are. It's funny. Last year when I had the flu pretty badly. I was about a month where I couldn't even stream because of my voice last year, which was pretty bad actually. But it was one of the guys from Stardock actually put me onto this special sort of herbal brew that you can get, and I've been drinking that. I bought it at the time, and I didn't drink much of it last year, but now I'm trying to drink at least one of those a day in with other tea. So you mix it in with, I think you mix it in with tea. I think is what you're supposed to do. But unfortunately, my wife doesn't drink normal tea. And I don't drink tea usually. So I think this is chamomile and vanilla or something like that, and it just doesn't taste right. It's when I've mixed that in with this sort of herbal mix, it's not really gelling properly. Anyway, it's funny. So Naz is saying, "Hi Daz, you sound like my daughter-in-law. She is sick too. Hope you get better soon." Thanks for that. Because I'm serious though, I do feel better. I feel good, to be honest. I will be going for a swim today. Like I haven't been swimming for like 4 or 5 days really, just because of my muscles have been so sore. Like it's just been it's almost contortion stuff, like I just can't find anything where I can't get comfortable. Can't go wrong with rum. I do like rum actually. Okay, what have we got to do? So Banks is saying, "Love the voice. You sound like a bouncer in a VIP nightclub." My 2 cents is saying, "I'd like to see you figure out how to get out of the cannibal start. I've never made it out, even after seeing people do it." Oh, okay. I don't know what that is in Kenshi. Tom KMB is saying, "Have you ever used one of those sites that calculates the value of your Steam library?" No, I haven't actually. It'd be funny to see how many games you have. I've got a shitload, as you can see on the side there. It's got heaps. So what I do is I have them segmented into 2 different groups. One that is these are uncategorized, and then the other ones are then categorized for the ones I've got installed, just so I can keep track of the ones that I'm actually looking at. So I've got there we go, installed locally, nearly 200 at this point in time that I'm looking at actively, pretty much. And probably about every 6 months, I'll then go and delete some. So I look at things that I think, I might want to look at that again in the future. And how many look at the other one? 780. So what's that? Nearly 1,000. About 1,000 games. So you might just hope you get better. Well, I'm on the mend. Like saying, out of curiosity, as a landlord, a Canadian, whose chicken of big fish that might eat me, how deep does the water get when you are swimming? It's the ocean. It's the Pacific Ocean. So it goes all the way out to the Mariana Trench. But where I am, it's we mainly just body surfing, which means we're sort of like chest deep most of the time. But when the waves come, of course, you've got to get underneath them. But usually that's about as deep as we are. If you when I do my actual swimming, I then have to go a lot further out, maybe about 100 meters out, and that then you've probably got another what would it be, about 10 foot, 12 foot to the bottom, I guess, at that point. So you've got to get to the bottom. You've got to dive down and actually get to the bottom of the water at that point. That's behind the waves. So that's sort of that's where it is. But most sharks and most things will actually look at you first and see how big you are. And if you're too big, they'll go on to something else. So it's only the really big ones that are the problem. And so it's sort of one of those things where they do bite people, but it's where we are. There hasn't been anyone bitten for a long period of time. So it's sort of it's one of those things you got much more chance of being hit like when I ride my bike to the beach, I got much more chance of being hit by a car than being bitten by a shark. A lot more. So it's sort of like that's the reality of it really. And you don't stop riding your bike, so you don't stop swimming. It's just that the trouble with swimming, I think, when in the ocean like that, is that once you start thinking about that there could be sharks around you, you start freaking out a little bit. And when you're a fair way offshore, that becomes a little bit scary. So I have experienced that a little bit at times. Viren Games is saying what happened to the Carrier Command 2 videos. Now that was done, just hasn't been published yet, and we wanted to make one more video. I might actually push them to at least release the first one, and even if it takes another month before we get the second one done, at least the first one's up. So I'll make sure that it gets released pretty much straight away, I think, because that should have been released a while back, and I think the thought was that we'd try to put two back to back or even three back to back, but so it's ready to go. It's just not. It just hasn't really been the button hasn't been clicked on that one, so it's all ready to go. Yeah, and that was good fun. I did enjoy that. So I'll chase that one up. I'll try to remember. If I don't remember, just remind me again. But that should be up. Like if I do remember, that should be up in a day or so, I guess. Okay, so yes, I might be saying actually, as landlocked, yeah. But yeah, you don't like with there's much more dangerous things than sharks. Believe me, like even where we are, there's other things that it doesn't matter where you go. There's always problems. People are saying Bundaberg rum, overproof rum. It'll tan your insides and grow hair on your bum. There we are. Yeah, Bundaberg rum is my favourite. That's the one that I do have here at home. I used to drink it, like not a lot, but whenever I would drink anything, that would be what I'd drink. I sort of stopped drinking it recently, or not recently, maybe in the last couple of years. I was finding that I was drinking too much Coke when I drank it, and it was I'd sort of then feel sick the next day because of the Coke, not so much the rum. My 2 cents is saying shark bite. If you pet them, who knew? This lady on the news tried to pet. Are you kidding? So if I stop saying better chance of getting hit by a car than eaten by a shark, that's what the sharks want you to think. Well, you see them like they are around, and they see you. There was footage of a guy swimming. I don't know if I showed it on here or not. A couple of months ago, and he was swimming really poorly, and all these sharks, these massive sharks, kept on swimming up to him whenever he took a stroke. So he'd swing over. They'd swing up and have a look at him because his stroke was so bad. They thought he was injured. And so they'd come up and have a look, and they'd come really fast up, have a look at him and go, oh no, he's nothing we can eat. Then they'd go away. And then he'd take his next stroke, and then they'd all come flying in again. It was unbelievable. I'll see if I can find it. I don't know if I showed this or not. Let me know if I've showed it already. But I'll see if I can find it. I think it was in Perth. That's old. Yes, it's a drone. This isn't it, but there was. I mean, you're gonna find stuff with. I mean, this is all over the place. I'll just look up drone. Swimmers, that's not it either. That's great whites are different again. Splashing. I'll see if I can find it. See if this is the one. I don't think it is, but let's have a quick look. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. I can't think of what it was. Anyway, it's not there, but it was unbelievable. Like just these sharks, these tiger sharks, they were. Just keep them coming back. George is saying, Des recording a blues album after the stream, yeah. Gary saying, Jesus, Daz, it's your OnlyFans voice. All right, let's keep on going. Where do we get up to? Yeah, John's saying only 1,000 games. Yeah, you better get in that sale. Yeah, what do we get to? Is okay, Dave Fleet is solo carrier command possible? Yes, and it's good fun. It's really good fun. I'll show you. I will show you. Because it is actually, this is something I've really wanted them to do, like properly. If you play solo with carrier command, let me just find it. It should be under modern, I think. There it is. I'll show you the way that I like to play the solo version of it. Banksy's saying, is it worth to get Advanced Tactics Gold before Shadow Empire to get a feel for the mechanics? No, it's not. It's better to go straight for Shadow Empire. If you're thinking of Shadow Empire, get Shadow Empire. Shadow Empire is the culmination of Advanced Tactics and decisive campaigns and all sorts of other things. It really is it's the next level stuff, by a long way. So yeah, I wouldn't bother with Advanced Tactics if you were thinking of getting the other one. Hi Invictus, how are you going? And Dom's saying yes, seems sail with extra sharks. Yeah, better swimming on the lake instead of sharks. The loons form up for you back and forth, says Naz. Well, our lakes and canals have got sharks in them as well. So, which is so. Actually, you're better off swimming in the ocean than you are in canals. If you come to Australia, don't swim in canals. It's much more dangerous than swimming in the ocean. Okay, let's continue on. So, Carrier Command, if you don't know what this is a really amazing little game. It's built for cooperative teams to be the bridge of this particular command carrier. If you go into game, and you can see there we've got single player, new game, load game, multiplayer, join or host. If you go to new game in single player, you'll then play essentially it'll still be random. I might just show you. It's got custom there. The trouble with this is the custom enabled is fine, islands is fine. AI teams, now you can't make that 0. And you're better off, I think, playing 0 at the start. But you've got one AI team. And the AI team has got a progression that's way, way faster than yours. So you have to destroy this enemy carrier, which you can do, but it just means that becomes the focus of what you're doing. Whereas really the funny one is really just the clearing the islands is what I prefer to be doing. And so you're better off not playing this because I can't go negative. I can make it go higher, but I can't make it go to 0. And I really wish the devs would make this go to 0. This is one thing I've asked for years now. So that's a problem. So to get around that, what you do is you go back up to multiplayer, you go to host, you can change your max players down to 1 or something like that if you're wanting to. Just go to new game, then go to custom. And now with the AI teams, I can now remove that and make it 0. So I can basically have my game set up this way. So I can actually now have it's a multiplayer game, but it's exactly the same game. So if I just go to start, I should have put a password in just so no one could join in, but that's, see you later, Chris. Yeah, actually, saying in Australia everything will kill you. I heard your brown snake is everywhere. Yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah, they're around. Like they're not around in the winter, but they're around at the moment. Dom UK is saying there's discarded shopping trolleys in Australian canals. Yes, there are. It's funny because when I ride my bike to work, I do go past. I go along this lake, and it's really pristine. And then you go under this bridge, and there's obviously kids have been throwing these shopping trolleys off the bridge, and there's just a pile of shopping trolleys in it there. So yeah, it's sort of funny. Cass was saying I like the super spider colonies down there. Yeah, I've actually woken up with bird-eating spiders on my pillow and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's sort of funny. Spiders don't bother me much, but because they there are poisonous ones, but most of them aren't too bad. So this game, by doing this and getting into the actual game itself, you're essentially on a carrier. And so you've got to do different things with the carrier. If I go back out this door, for example, that's our starting island at the back. So this is our carrier that we sort of see through here. And we're on a great big area, like on a, I forget what it's called, like a big gantry or something. And that's our starting island. We've got that's a barge at the back there, as an example, that has to then bring supplies in. So when you play multiplayer, you end up playing with different people playing on each of the locations. If I turn the master switch on, and then if I just go and turn on the breaker, this is all the power. So everything in the ship will now start to come back up. And so what we want to do is we do want to then release, and I've forgotten how to do it. Deploy carrier, there we are. And if we have a look, just press escape. So we're now moving down the gantry. And we're now just splashed into the water. So we've moved off the island now, and now we're in the water, ready to go. And so part of the game, if you're playing the default game, I'll just sit in the captain's seat, have a look at this one through here. This is all the islands. There's an enemy island at the back there. But when you're playing multiplayer, the AI, if you turn the AI off, it doesn't matter. But you've got to then take over all these different islands. And each island has got like different abilities. This one supplies you with fuel if you take it. This one gives you different types of ammunition. This one here, I forget what that one provides you. But they've got different abilities all the way through. So it's fun clearing the islands. And you can do it, you don't have to have a team to do it. You can do it individually. Like once you start to sort of play the game itself. Like the number of shields is what sort of protection they have. So one shield islands are going to be the easiest. And so, and even if you just started new games and just practiced against one shield islands, then 2 shield islands will have a little bit more. 3 shields would be even more again. So Ingenious, for example, will end up having all sorts of different protections. And if I take the boat too close to this particular island, we'll probably get smashed. I can show you what I mean. Let's just go and do it very quickly. So I'm just going to go across, and so we want to go due north. So when you're on your own, you just have to basically sort of take the helm. Got everything powered up. Steering lock. It's okay. Just crank it up. And just turn it around to the north. It should have gone. Hang on, where's the engine? Engine start. And now we're going to be sort of zipping off. And if you just right click, you can it's as if you're sort of peering out. That's that first island that we saw. And back out there, someone will be the second island. I'm just going to put the maintain heading on. That way I can just now leave this. I can then go back and start launching drones and things. So from here, for example, this is actually just, again, showing the different islands. We've got, I don't know what these different drones are. We've got S4. I'd have to look to see what they actually are. I'll just take a punt. I'll just launch S3, whatever that is. You can find out what it is from back. Oh, hang on, that's surface. No, I don't want to do that. We're not playing. I'll launch the air. A1, A4. Have a quick look and see. You can see the okay, A1 and A2 are drones. We've now essentially lost S3, which is a surface vehicle. Now the waves are getting big, so this becomes more dangerous. What then happens is down in the hangar, the planes will, like one of the albatrosses, will now start to move out, and will come up. We'll see this elevator status when it moves out. So it's now moving out, and then it'll come up out through there. You can see it flashing. So normally you'd have somebody sitting here just giving directions, somebody manning this area. That's the big guns, for example. The Albatross is coming up the elevator now. Here it comes. Okay, Donny Casey, can you walk down to the hangar or restrict to the bridge? Yes, you can go anywhere you like. You can go anywhere you like. I'll show you that as well. So this drone is getting ready to go. It will then fly off the front of the aircraft carrier. Now, if the seas are too big, it can be a real problem. Like if a wave crashes over as it's taking off, it will then become an issue. Let's go down and control it. So if I zoom into it, I can then go and grab the Albatross. Oops. So I can start to move it forward. Now it's got a 400. I can start to set its altitude. If I set it to 1,100. And then it'll be set. And I can just have it go forward up to that island. And we can just circle the island. I'm just painting in waypoints. Then it's going to circularize. And yeah, to just go back to it, I can then just click on the actual thing, just go to camera. So we're now looking through the actual aircraft itself. And what we probably want to do is just leave it do its own thing. So we're seeing that lights ahead. This is sort of where drama will then sort of start to occur. But if we go across and which one is it? Is it 2? The gimbal camera. I can then make it. So I'm looking through the camera now. And if I go to R, I can now manually control the camera and look at the rest of my drone and zoom in. And I can start to paint. Once we start to see things, we'll identify the other island that we passed should be over there somewhere. You see it's only got one light on it, whereas this one here has got heaps of different things happening. Now we'll probably be targeted because this is a stronger island as we get closer. There's an aircraft area. And we can start painting these. We do actually have our own ammunition, but we can also call in attacks from the aircraft carrier if we're close enough. Okay, we've spotted something in the water. Let's put stabilization on. If I paint the reticule, we'll end up getting information. Missile incoming. Bang, gone. So we got attacked because that was a difficult island. And that was a ship that we saw. So there's a ship out there that probably fired the missile, or the island fired it, whichever way. And so if we take our aircraft carrier in that way, it's going to get more and more difficult. You see, we're in the big oceans now, big ocean waves. And we're heading towards that particular island. But anyway, I won't keep on playing. I will show you the underneath. So we can either go through here. I've got all these different decks I can go to. I'll go to the bottom deck. So you can walk all the way through the carrier. Now, this is a mod that I've got installed. So this here is our flight deck. We've got these little helicopters. This is the drone that we just lost, was sitting in here. Another drone over the other side there. There's our surface vehicles down below. Just see if I can get down there. Might be here. There's lights and things, so you can just flick them on. That work? Yeah, there we go. Now, you don't need to come down here for anything. Oh, actually, I'm turning them off. I'll leave them on. So this is our vehicle bay. And so I'd sent one of them out, but it was it got screwed up. They've got like little cannons and things on them. This one has got a thing to take over islands. And this is how they enter and leave the actual aircraft carrier. Oh, we just got blown up by missiles, so we're being targeted now. So we're just being attacked by that island. Looks like smoke. Could be sinking. Hang on, let's get out of here. Let's try to get up to find out what's going on. That ship that was out there will be targeting us. You can hear there's like a you hear like an alarm going off. Back to the bridge. Whoa, just been hit again. But you can control the whole thing from the bridge. Yeah, we've got damage everywhere. Stop the engines for now. Yeah, so we see how we're being targeted. And we're being targeted by aircraft as well. We've got multiple ships attacking us. If we have a look at behind. Bang. So those three ships are trailing us. They're trying to destroy us. So we need to destroy those. That's basically what the like. This is why going up against the islands is quite interesting as well. But that's yeah, that's Carrier Command. It's a great little game, and you can play it single player. But we are in a world of hurt here. Got all sorts of damage coming in, so we're not going to survive that. What I think we can do then. Oops, too late. So our carrier was destroyed. So you need to then go through and figure out, okay, what's the best way for me to tackle this one? That was a failure, which is still fun. But you can play it single player and just do it that way. So it is a good game. I don't know if that's on special, actually. We should have checked that one. Wait, quit out. Come on. Right, this is when you start. You start coming from space. So I'm just going to go and escape. It looks like you start again. Game. Quit to desktop. Anyway, Carrier Command. Great little game. Great little game. But I will actually try to remember to chase that one up and see what else we've got there with it. Okay, let's go through these games that we pulled up here. So, Kenshi, 60% off. We've had a look at that one. Now, Crusader Kings. It's funny, it doesn't have any recent reviews. 91%. It's very highly rated. And there's always a question as to, and I don't know, is Field of Glory? Maybe we'll look at a few of the others. Glory Kingdoms. Is that on special? 15%. Not really a great special. I prefer Kingdoms than Crusader Kings just because it's more combat oriented. Crusader Kings is more about the family and looking after your your actual bloodline, which is interesting. Anyway, let's continue on. So all of these 70% off or 60% off for the more recent one. It's yes, there's a lot of different stuff in through there as well. Again, that's going to start to get pretty expensive. It is good what they've done with this, though. I'll skip past those. Stellaris, 75% off. I mean, what is that run rate? Yeah, 88%, which is pretty high. People do like this game. This is 90% off for Call to Arms. Again, I opened this one up without really knowing much about it. 83%. Yeah, I don't know much about this game, so I won't really go through that one. Europa Universalis. I wonder why it's locked in. 87% there. Is it all of them, or is it only these? All of the Paradox games don't have recent reviews. Why? Why would that be the case? Someone mentioned before that people were review bombing it. Yeah, at the start of the stream, I think there was a mention that there was a bit of a review bomb going on. I wonder if we go back in, maybe we'll just have a quick look and see if we can find out why. Okay, so the people are giving negative reviews and they're being taken out. Trying to deactivate the language filter. Oh, are you kidding? So is this really what's going on? It says to try to deactivate the language filter for recent reviews. Most of the recent negative reviews are in Chinese and have nothing to do with EU4. As far as I know, they are done because Hearts of Iron 4 added an old history mission for India, which allows them to gain cores on Tibet. Wow. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. If that's true, that's crazy. Is that true? Now that's not just going to be gamers. That's going to be government. That's government doing that. Isn't that unbelievable? Geez, we lived in a screwed up time. It's just so weird. Such a weird time we live in. That can't be right, can it? It won't be gamers. Gamers would do it differently. Gee, God, that's... Let's see if I can find more information. Yeah, I think they're just using analogies now. Must be reasons that they can't sort of talk about it. Okay, so we've got someone here that looks like maybe sort of Chinese saying it's almost laughable that some commenters reveal their ignorance on matters they clearly don't understand. The Chinese outrage is not from nowhere. It's about misplaced praise for India and blatant disregard for a sensitive geopolitical issue. Paradox can avoid both issues easily, and they chose not to. It's too sad for some of you who will never grasp the depth of the connection to the land because of your own history is either too short or too fragmented. Before you dismiss Chinese concerns over mere overreaction, maybe take a step back and realise that not every nation is as disconnected from its roots as yours seem to be. By the way, it is acceptable in China to review a restaurant with low ratings if the cook spits in the food. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, it's a bloody game. It's a game, and games are supposed to be alternative histories and stuff like that. I can't believe this. You're missing the point that it's not intended by Paradox to be a political statement in either direction, but rather a simple alternate history scenario. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Sometimes an alternate history scenario provides a route to something that either isn't actually achieved in reality or may be offensive to some people if it occurred in reality. For example, in the game EU4, Japan's mission tree directs them towards conquest in China. In the real world in World War II, Japan's conquest campaigns in China were brutal to the Chinese people and a source of permanent shame to their country. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Wow. That is petty, isn't that? Isn't that petty? Unbelievable. I mean, I don't know if we've got anyone from China that's watching and what they actually think is, that if they were, they wouldn't be allowed to say. But that is unbelievable when you've got, like, look, what about Hearts of Iron, Kaiserreich? That is unbelievable. If you don't know what Kaiserreich is, I'll show you what this is. This was really, really interesting. Kaiserreich. Here it is here. So this is... yeah, so this is Kaiserreich. I'm probably not finding the right one really for it. This is a mod, but it's still an alternative history, where essentially the Germans win World War One, and then they become the stable power. and then Britain becomes communist or something. I forget what it is. But again, it's completely ahistorical. God, I actually cannot believe. I cannot believe that one. I'd like to find out more information. It must be a government. Must be government bots that are actually, review bombing Paradox. This is unbelievable. This is. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. That's it was mentioned at the start of this. I didn't think that it was going to be like, but this is actually government. This is government doing this. So yeah, it's just crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, Dom UK saying it's true. Been going on since This has been going on since February. I didn't know that. Jeez. We live in an era of crazy nationalism, says Dom UK. Yeah, my 2 cents is saying, yeah, I live in America, crazy times as I watch my stock down 75% in 5 days. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird times. Which game are you talking about? Well, any Paradox game. If you go to Steam, because if we go back and have a look at the store page, any Paradox game has been review bombed. And so it doesn't show the most recent. I might even do one where I look at that one's, yeah, okay. So they're just starting to review bomb this one now. That didn't, there when we looked at it, and it didn't make sense. Yeah, these don't make sense. Okay, well, that's legit by the looks. Okay, so they got other problems with it. Yeah, it's hard to tell from that. Wow, that is unbelievable. So Pigmax saying, and Paradox are normally known as really cowardly and greedy when it comes to games in recent years. I disagree with that. Actually, I disagree with that. I think that Paradox, when they didn't really go fully woke when so many other gaming companies were. That's one thing I noticed about them. They sort of stayed true to their historical things, which I thought was good to a large degree. They did change a little bit, but in recent times, I don't think they've been as. I think they've still been trying to keep, historically accurate, which I think is good. So I don't know. I like Paradox. Yeah. So anyway, there we go. Anyway, I'll continue on. EU4 have a mostly negative when I look at the page. I'm in Sweden. Okay. Mostly negative. Yeah, for us it was very positive. 87%. That is strange. Very, very strange. Yeah, and again, if it's the Chinese government doing it, then why would they bother? Why would they bother? It's just ridiculous. I just cannot believe it. That's just so crazy. And I know that China puts pressure on companies, particularly films and stuff like that, to change films to make it so that it's palatable for their government, But it's it's strange. Okay, so Picker's in saying Bloodlines 2, is that worth? I never got into Bloodlines. This bombed anyway, didn't it? Chinese room. Yeah, I don't know at all about this one. Yeah, nothing at all. Anyway, Total War we've gone through. Against the Storm, 50% off. This is a great game. This is a great game that hasn't upset China. This game is not about taking over Tibet at all. It's about a mythical place. So it has not been review bombed. But no, this is it's on 95% for a city builder is incredible. This is one of the best city builders I've ever played. I used to say the best, but now I've actually got a new contender, which I am allowed to show, but I'm not allowed to review. I will show it actually. I'll do it right now. So, Cataclysmo, which is sort of a city, sort of a builder. This is releasing next week, and I'm allowed to stream it, but I'm not allowed to tell you what I think of it, which is sort of funny, but I'm not even allowed to say that I recommend you buying it. I don't even know if this is on special, actually. It may not be. Don't say I can't watch you anymore, Dads. You mentioned Tibet. Tibet. It's Tibet, not Tibet. So Big Mac's going to make dinner. Thanks for the show. No problem at all. Thanks for being part of it. Just quit through this. Again, Hooded Horse game, same as the Against the Storm. All right, so we've got different ways of playing Cataclysmo. I'll probably show this again properly at some point in the coming days, I think, because I love it. Look, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm allowed to say I like it. I think I'm allowed to say I like it. I've liked it up until right now. Actually, I've got to be careful what I do say. Maybe I shouldn't do it. If I go back to campaign, actually, I won't go back to campaign. What we'll do is we'll go to Skirmish, survival mode. If I start a new game, yeah, I've played it. I've played this one a fair bit. You've got different locations to play. Just go Highlands. Now I'm worried about showing different things with this. But if you like, this is a game that I really I can't say anything. Bloody hell. God damn it. This is really hard, guys. When you yeah, this is Cataclysmo that I really play. I'm actually under an embargo. I'm not allowed to talk about it in terms of what I think about it for 2 more days, and then I'm allowed to actually show it. But I thought I might show it because this is coming just around the corner. So you get to choose what you want. I won't sort of spend too much time with this one. Just going to select that one for now. You then have to build up your little area and just start to sort of get wood and get metal. This is all sort of randomly generated, which is great. You've got different sort of units as well that come through. I won't play too much of it, but if I'll just go and get them killed, just so you can sort of see what happens here. But essentially, what you do is you end up building. You can build out of stone, out of wood, etc., to build up different castles. I'll show you the one that I've got open at the stage, actually. The one I was recording. I will probably keep on recording this. Like saying someday I'll catch you when you play War in the East and explain the railroad unit. You might have figured it out. Still 30 minutes. Yes, I did. I did figure out what to do with it. Thank you. I think my internet crashed yesterday when I was sort of towards the end of that stream. What was it? Survival mode. So there's 2. I'm going to delete this one here. I'll just continue. I've recorded this one for about an hour, but it'll give an idea as to what you can then go and do. And I'll keep it on pause because I do want to, like, I'm literally at the point where I wanted to start to record more. So you end up building on top of what you've got. You end up sort of creating little mines and stuff like this around the place, getting together more of an actual force to start to attack, and then we're sort of waiting for like a wave of enemies to come at us. So you end up sort of needing to build this castle, and it's really quite engaging the way it actually does work. But anyway, I'm not like, oh God, it's so hard not saying what I think of it. Anyway, I'm just going to exit to desktop. I might have a quick look and see if that is actually on special at the moment. Yeah, 35% off. Well, without showing the game, I would recommend that. I would recommend that at 35% off. And that's not from having played the game. No, I'm being facetious, but I'm allowed to stream the game for these few days, and then in 2 days' time, I'm allowed to. I think it's 2 days. Yeah, 2 days' time, I'm then allowed to actually show the game and do it properly and show what I think about it. So, but it is a good game. It is a very, very good game. I think it rates pretty highly. It's in early access. It should be coming out of early access in 2 days, I think. Yep, so 2 weeks until, that was on March the 7th. So first look at the depths, 2 weeks until 1.0. And so they're releasing the game in 2 days' time. It's very positive, 91%, 96%. Again, there's no Tibet here in this game. It is purely fantasy. So anyway, Cataclysmo, grab it because it is about to release. I don't know if the base game is going to go up or not, but that is a generic non-NDA breaking recommendation. It is indeed. It's a soft recommendation based on the Steam sale, not based on any gameplay. But no, I do recommend it, and you can see there it's a very, very popular game. Like, it's people who play it really enjoy it. It's incredibly well done. The balance between the building and the attacks and things like that is the best I think I've seen in this sort of game. Just, like, that's before the release content. I've got the release content installed, but before even the release content came, amazing game. Anyway, that's Cataclysmo. Well, I think my voice is starting to sort of now croak up fairly badly. So I think what we'll do is we'll start to get the marble run done. We didn't go through Anno. 90% off, that's a good deal. Anno 1800. And Old World as well, which has got pretty good reviews there as well. The latest DLC, Wrath of Gods, isn't on special. Right, well, anyway, I would recommend all of those, basically. 15% is not really enough to get excited about, unfortunately. So I'll just go into Nightbot and dashboard, giveaways. Oh, damn it, what are we doing here? Why is that not working? Try that again. It's not picking it up. I'm not sure why it's doing this. It's never done this before. Oh, there we go. It's now working. I think. All right. So I need you to type "win" in the chat. So Rita's saying my voice is fantastic today. It's getting sore now. So yes, Nightbot in chat. Yes, it is. So there we are. All caps test is Dom UK. I don't know if it's as bad as that. I don't think I have it in charge of anything. So it's literally just there. Oh, there we go. You're starting to bug me. Stop spamming caps, says Nightbot. It is there. Yes, it is there. So just type the word "win" in, and don't tease Nightbot. Please don't tease Nightbot. So the game that we're giving away is Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. So great game to give away. So I think you guys will enjoy it. And the campaign is something that I never normally enjoy, like never normally play games with campaigns. And I'm glad I did start playing the campaign with Terminator, because it's pretty good. It was better than pretty good. It's very, very good. So while you guys are doing that, I'll go and get everything else ready. Okay, and I'll get Marble Run up and running. It's downloading content. Just going to grab myself a drink of water, be right back. Yeah, Dom UK is apologising to Nightbot. Nightbot mustn't have been running, but now it is. Because normally, if battle mode's in and people use his name, it's all in caps, which of course then causes Nightbot to get a bit aggressive. When Marbles loads, I'll then close off the group there. So type "win" if you do want to have the chance to grab Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. And again, the game does rate very highly, which is it's an unusual game for Slytherin, actually. It's not their sort of bread and butter type games, really, which is interesting. So Blueman is saying, maybe you mentioned before, it joined, but Dominions and Conquest of Elysium are on sale as well. Okay, are they? What's the percentage for those? I guess we can have a quick look while we wait. %, that's not bad. And %, there as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Not great, but it's still pretty good. All right, let's have a look and see. Has Nightbot still downloading content? Sorry about this. I should have done this before I started streaming. Logan saying, if I win, give it to someone else, please. Already have too many games. Yeah, even if you don't want the game, still get in the Marble Run. So still type "win." You can always decide not to take it if you don't want it. So Bloeman saying, I'm scared of Dominions, so I got Conquest first. There we are. My back's starting to seize up a bit. Right. So, Sias is saying, thanks for your guides on Shadow Empires. I love that game. Yeah, it's a great game. And we'll just get better and better, I think, as well. I'm looking forward to future updates for that one. Gee, it's taking a long time to load in. A lot of content. So Fango Wolf saying, if you get COE5, get the Goblin Trainers mod. What's that one? I know nothing about that mod. Goblin Trainers, what does that do? Oh, it's yours. So you've done this one yourself. There we are. Ah, cool. There we go. So another faction. Good stuff. There we go. So that was Fango Wolf. Shameless plug for my mod. There we are. Alright, let's see how we're going with this. I'm going to go back to the keyword giveaway. And okay, it's loaded in. Right, so we'll close off the close it off. It will start in just a second, I think. Oh, there it is. It's already there. Marbles on stream. Right, so let's sign in. Okay, let's go back to this one. So we're going to close it off now. We are going to copy eligible entries. 26 of you. Find, we need to do replace. So we'll just double check that we don't have any double ups or anything. Yep, that's okay. All right. So that's fine. And we'll finish that one there. Grand Prix. Play 3 maps with bots. 26. Okay, let's get into it, guys. So good luck. Here we go. Okay, so Tompkins saying he was not in there, but he is actually in there. Right. It's taking a while. All right, good luck, guys. So around it goes. Who's the first one through? Serenity. First one out by the looks of things. Doesn't look like anyone's going to get killed until we get around here somewhere. And the first one out is Viren Games. Oh, there's actually a tube there, so that should all be okay. Logan's first one out. Dave, and then Viren Games, Fango Wolf. Whoa, what's happened there? Logan, first one in. Down through these tubes. much commentary today. Might just give my throat a rest. So Logan's in front. Coming through. No one's died. Oh, Viren Games has gone up. Now we're going through. There's a lot in front now. Dave is the first one through. Dave has hit the lead. And Castanar, Sci-Fi Knob looks like they're doing pretty well as well. Now this is where we're going to lose people. I would imagine. Dave's already through. Mike's second. Sci-Fi Snob is gone. Castanar is gone. Okay, Space Explorer in Logan made it. Pebble Dash made it. Okay, if you're in games, should make it. Yep. Oh, Bloyerman didn't. There's our top 10. It's a giant scorpion. What is 2? Interesting. And Torch didn't. Yeah, a few didn't make it. Wow. Okay. So a lot didn't finish. Next map. Let's have a quick look at the Grand Prix. You have 20 points, 15, 12. Next map. I'll just pick a random one to start with. I'm just going to stretch my back a little bit. It's just getting really quite stiff again, which is what I've had with this flu. It's been a bit annoying. No, we didn't lose anything. We're still just where we were. No one's dropped off, I don't think. Oh, there we go. Pebble Dash has. God, there's a lot to go through here. Gee, that was a good come through. It's pretty hard to tell who's where. Oh, we're losing a few more. Rocklight, I think, is out in front. Not going to make it out of there. Not easily. You got pushed all the way to the back. Okay, Viren Games out through this way now. We'll make it out of here. There's a fair few in these loops. Oh, Viren Games has dropped. Still a little way to go yet. Just going to stand up. Right, we're getting more people now coming through. Wolf and Dom UK out in front by the looks of things. That's the finish line. Oh, Geezer Zone has taken over and Dom UK in there as well. Bang. Geezer Zone, Dom UK. And then Fengo Wolf and Mad Hat Raven Desk only just missed. There we go, there's the top 10. Big map it is indeed. And that's the end of it, right. Okay, let's have a look and see how we're going. So Dave's got 30 points. I thought there was another one. Yeah, there's 24 points there. Alright, next map. Last one. Good luck, guys. Now, some will be poshed up. Oh, I don't know what the levels are. I don't know what all that level stuff is. I've never seen that before. I'm just going to stand up again. Just going straight through. Okay, no one's really sort of been hit hard. There goes Magnus. Magnus seems to be the first one through now. Just trying to knock Dave off. Yes, there's a finish line over there. Oh, straight through. Fango Wolf's out. So trying to come up. Here we are. You gonna make it out? Yes, only just. Tiny Mutant Squid and Magnus both coming in together. Tiny Mutant Squid has now taken the lead. By quite some distance, I think. I can't get across to do it from Tiny Mutant Squid's perspective. But it looks like he's a fair way out in front. God, I can't pick it, sorry. Every time I see it there, oh, there we go. Here we come. Here we come into the finish line. And not in yet. You got to drop. And he's in. Tiny Mutant Squid is in. Magnus and Bilko. Bilko's in. Here comes Magnus. That last little loop. Yeah, there we go. Blomend and Sci-Fi Snob. Mike G. Tigerus. And the others coming in now. So Serenity's still trying to get in. There we are. And Thor on his way through. Only 7 seconds left. There we go. Right. So, final results. So, not very many finishes in that one, actually, which is interesting. So, we'll finish the Grand Prix and see who won. So, coming in third is Magnus. In second is Dave. And in first is Geezer Zone. Now, let's just double check the scoring. So congratulations, 34 points, there we are. There we are. So well done. That's so Geezer Zone, you are the winner. So congratulations, that was a good victory, a good come from behind victory. If you can email me at Daz. Did I have 3 DNFs? I'm not sure. We're going to have a look. Yes, you did. You're the only one. So just go through, and if you can just email me at daz@daztactic.com, I will then send you the key to the game. So congratulations, guys. I do have to get going. I'm sorry, my throat is now starting to give up a bit, so I will actually leave it here, and my back is now really starting to get excruciating again, which is sort of annoying, because I thought today I had all that behind me. Okay, I'll catch you guys next week. Thanks. Oh well, actually, I'll be back again tomorrow with Worldly Wednesdays, where we sort of mainly play Distant Worlds at this stage. So we'll start a new game of Distant Worlds tomorrow.